Anyways, how are you doing, all you beautiful sons of bitches? It's your boy Backseat, and today we got the boys Kino, Angel, and John out here. We are back for some more more burning ants with a magnifying glass. But anyways, but yeah, also Kino's chat. Let me know how the audio mixing is on the background music. But anyways, Kino, what have you been up to? Also, you two guys, Angel, John, what have you guys been up to?
Well, I started to get back into exercising, and aside from suffering with watching Clone Wars, I'm continuing my watch of Geki Ranger, so that's fun.
Yeah,
there's your solution, Angel. Just watch it while you're working out, so that you can do something to occupy yourself during the long, boring plots.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Speaking of Phony Filoni Fridays is nearing the end of TCW Season 2. TCW Season 3 is starting soon, and we got a fucking new series where we're reviewing Ben 10 on the fucking channel. So what are you doing? Go watch that shit! Go watch it right now!
Well, hang on.
Have you been reading the comic, Backseater?
What comic?
The Ben 10 comic. I heard that's out.
Oh, no, I haven't. No, I haven't been reading that. I don't give a shit. I saw the designs, and they're terrible.
Well, not all of them are terrible, just a few.
Yes, they are! Yes, they are!
Anyway, why don't you bring him up? Why don't you bring him up, Paxer, so that
oh my god!
Hang on. Wait, was this where you brought up the bug guy, the stink bug design?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Let me look him up here. Hold. I gotta go to the fucking wiki for this shit here. They're so bad.
Wow, he's a wiki.
Like, what were they thinking?
Some of them aren't that like diamond head.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Well, all right, hang on. I gotta look them up like one by one. Hang on. So, all right, I'm pulling them up on the pages here. Ant is back from his ass. That is correct, Jacob. Here. So let's go into it. So here's forearms right here. God Almighty, he looks like a fucking Rob Liefeld monstrosity. Look at this shit.
He looks like he's dressed up as a Viltrumite.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Now that I see it closely, yeah, I can see it. I hate the veins.
Yeah, the veins. You can feel it in his veins. Hang on, where the hell? Here, where's Heat Blast? Here's Heat Blast right here. Looks like fucking Cinder from Killer Instinct right here. Not a good look right here. I should not be reminded of other stuff when I see fucking Ben 10. What is this crap? Where the hell's her at?
Show Cannibal.
Cannibal! It's atrocious. Look at this. It's absolute.
Looks like he's just got giant pimples all over him.
Absolute ass.
I hate it, man.
Absolute ass. Here's Diamond Head. Oh my god. Why is he shirtless? I don't want to see that.
That's the only thing I hate about him is that he's shirtless.
Terrible. Where's Gray Matter? What does he look like? Oh, of course he's a goddamn. Of course he's a goddamn Cylon from Master of Orion. Oh, here's Overflow from that piece of shit reboot. There he is, fucking piece of shit, taking up someone else's slot. Yeah, Stinkfly looks bad. Look real generic. Looks like a normal ass insect outside my house. Upgrade's just very boring. He looks like he got. You're so boring, and he's fat. Wildvine's just a goddamn travesty, and Accelerate's just doesn't even look like him. It's terrible. Yeah. Terrible. My day is ruined. Thanks, Kino, for making me pull that shit up. And we haven't even got to the subject of the video.
Well, anyway. What is it? What is the subject of the video? I know.
Ant is going full gay for the comic industry. So, guys.
Oh Lord.
Kino and I were reading out the comments of the video for this, and already look at this. Look at this, gatekeeping the outsider experience. That idea of the other and dealing with being different has always been a thing in comics. That's what I liked about comics. Look at Superman, the X-Men, and Wonder Woman. Yeah, because it's not as if, like, being the other and feeling like the outsider is a universal thing everyone goes through. No, it's just the thing only the gays go through.
All right. Well, pull up the description real quick.
Gay superheroes are more prominent than ever, from Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy dating to Tim Drake or Superman coming out to Wiccan and Hulkling getting married. LGBTQA comic books seem to be bigger than ever, and not just superheroes. LGBTA graphic novels keep making news, from Nimona becoming a major Academy Award nominated animated film to genderqueer getting banned in almost every state. Everyone's talking about this. But what's the history? How did we get here? Are superheroes woke, or is this the result of decades of talented artists and writers you never heard of doing incredible work? I mean, obviously, the last bit.
So my problem with Ant here is that he seems to be conflating criticism of writers taking long-standing characters who have been characterized as straight being turned suddenly gay as being the same as people having a problem with gay characters in general. That's not my perspective, to be clear, because I don't have a problem with original gay characters. But the problem is that if you're going to take a character that has been straight for decades, like Iceman, and then just go, oh yeah, by the way, he's been gay all along, I'm going to reject that because that's a retcon.
We all should.
Yeah, and people do retroactive thinking, then they're like, oh, this was clearly teasing that. And it's like, no, that was never in that artist's mind that he smiled at Wolverine one time or something. That was not like a lead up to this storyline. That's you retroactively going, oh, I'm going to fit this square peg into a round hole. Like people even do that with Charles and Magneto, where it's like, it shows him like with his hand on his shoulder smiling at him. It's like, you're telling me these two characters are straight? It's like,
It reminds me of this one Twitter post I saw a while back, where it's like, oh, Poe bit his lip when he was looking at Finn, so he must be gay for him. And all I can say is, how retarded he had to be to say that shit.
And I only mention that here because of that description, because one, as I think Kino was kind of detecting, he named a lot of characters that were later retroactively made that way. And for two, the reason that I mentioned like that he's going to see what he wants to see and he's going to see all these fake lead ups that didn't really happen is because he's like, oh, it's the result of decades of work by talented artists. It's like, are you going to attribute like previous decades to leading up to this turn and say that it was always the case or something?
Like, if you're going to say that they were gay all along, you need actual evidence to support that claim, which is, in the case of characters like Iceman, is impossible because one, there was never any creative intent to have him gay from Stan Lee or Jack Kirby, the people who created the character. And what's more is this is a character who you're able to see the internalized thoughts for, and you've seen firsthand that he genuinely loves the women he's been with. He's genuinely attracted towards them. So to say that he's like full on gay, not even bi, just full on gay is absurd. It's absurd.
Absurdity.
It's funny.
It's beyond explanation.
It's funny this comes up today because somebody was like, oh, I bet they're going to make Ciri like lesbian with no other option in the next game. And all these people like jumped on that statement for The Witcher 4, I mean. Yeah. But they're like, oh, look at this. And they show an optional dialogue where one of the options is for her to say that she likes women. It's like, oh, so it's optional that she could be bi. And you're taking that as there can never be another male relationship. It's always like... Yeah. It's like the extreme. Briscoe, you changed your picture again.
Briscoe, who are you? What is this?
It's creepy as fuck, to be honest.
What is?
About to have nightmares for that shit.
Yeah, that's Briscoe's. That's Briscoe's first Sona right there.
That's
Fuck
me
it.
if I don't see the sun for a few days.
I don't want to poison the well too much, but I will say that I did skim through this video and. A lot of Ant's arguments, it come across to me as him not accepting that being straight is a valid identity.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys will think differently once we get through the video, but that's my read on it. I think it's like it's a pretty wacky view, in my opinion.
Two things real quick before we get going. Wiccan really loves that BGC. I don't know what that is.
Big green cock.
That is
He's a
correct.
scroll. He's
Yeah.
a scroll.
Smash.
Is that Risco? Are you a ghost? Who are you? Did you die?
He kind of looks like Joe Biden.
Anyways, without further ado, let's just jump right into the video, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
They said it's bold and it's and bold new direction. I say they're bandwagoning. So I don't think it's bold or brave or some crazy new direction. If they had done this 20 years ago, perhaps that would have been bold and brave. This one, I don't think I'll be reading. I could just watch CNN or MSNBC to get this information.
Comic books have a queer history.
No,
they've
don't.
always been stories of.
No, they don't. That's a fucking lie. You know it.
Yeah, it's like we have our lie detector has determined that is a lie.
Well,
what's funny is that comic writers and creators have spent the early parts of their history denying that there are gay undertones or subtext for their history. So I wonder how he's going to put he's going to explain that.
It's a funny statement to make, because it's like, is the presence of gay characters mean that comic books have a gay history? Does that mean the presence of straight characters just means comic books have a straight history, guys?
Well, another thing to keep in mind is that queer is a pretty meaningless term, because it means everything and nothing at the same time.
Yeah,
it's a constantly evolving term. Because it can either refer to like a gay, someone who's gay, or someone who is just not, or someone who is like straight but is unconventional in how straight they are.
Yeah, Kino,
it's random.
I saw this fucking video on fucking TikTok. It was like these three like African guys, and I don't mean African American, I mean like African, right? They're on like a podcast together. It's like, guys, if you break it down, LGBTQ, it just means gay. So L is lesbian. That's a gay woman. G is gay. B is bisexual. So that means you're half gay. You either C is for trans. So if you're a trans man and you date another man, that's gay. But if you date a woman, that's also gay. And P is just a fancy word for saying gay. So the whole thing's gay, bruv.
It's all gay.
Yeah, it's all gay. Yes. Anyways, that's about. Anyways, lesbian won the fight to be the first letter in LGBT.
Yeah, I always wondered about that. Like, is there
Ladies
like a
first
fight to see? Yeah. Well, that's misogynistic, Kino. So they can't.
Yeah.
Be that.
Anyways, keep going.
An uncanny nature, tales to astonish. What most people don't realize is that comics, since their inception, have always been a little different.
Since their inception, so the entire medium has been gay. Well, shit, if that's the case, why the hell are we even talking about this if that fact is so self-evident? What the fuck, Ant?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what his evidence of that claim is.
Oh, here we go.
Please tell us. Why
Big
is
muscly men. It's just like wrestling. It's clearly gay.
Oh, that face is going on the thumbnail right there. All right, here we go. Let's keep going.
Out of sorts, a little beyond what one would expect. Since their inception, superheroes were figures that you could aspire to be, to look up to. And many outcasts were drawn to these characters, these larger-than-life figures of lore, including minorities.
The core readership of comic books is white boys, is very recent in our evolution.
It should be no surprise.
What? I feel like that's all.
How is this relevant?
I feel like that even if it is relevant, I feel like that's always been the case just by sheer demographics of the U.S.
Well, yeah, especially when you factor in like income and stuff. Who has disposable income to spend on comics and most media? It was like just by acknowledging that other groups are put at a disadvantage. Yes, most of your audience for disposable income hobbies, the white guys are going to have the natural more of a percentage, aside from, whenever you get into men and women, the biological differences of what they like to do. But it's like,
superhero comic books are primarily a European invention, so therefore it makes logical sense that white men or white boys are the primary demographic. And that was the intended graphic. It wasn't like it wasn't intended for both boys and girls. Now, comic books, that can be argued differently. Like Archie, I can see like Archie comics or something like that being unisex. But for superhero comics in particular, no, that was originally for boys.
Right.
So I don't know what that lady is talking about. Like,
you probably get like the typical.
Oh, Kino, if you don't know who that is, that bitch is Kelly Sue DeConnick, who's one of the reasons comic books are so shitty now.
Makes sense why Ant would cite her then.
Yeah, the trans can overpower that lesbian rage. Exactly. I could tell she's an insufferable cow. Exactly.
Surprised that with
as Shadiversity would say, stupid.
Is that with their campy outfits and unusual cast of characters.
Oh, there we go. So more co-opting right there. They wear colorful, skin-tight outfits, so they must be gay.
This is just homophobia, but in a positive context.
Yes.
Stereotyping. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who also wears colorful outfits but aren't gay? The Sentai Rangers and Power Rangers.
Like, look, I may jokingly call Cody Rhodes gay just because he has a lisp, but I don't think he's actually homosexual. Like,
right? Come on now.
This is like my why I said at the start of the video why it seems as though Ant doesn't respect the idea of straight people being a valid identity, because he seems to associate color like straight people with being colorless. That seems just like to be a very derogatory view. If you ask me.
So I guess the end. Batman is straight, and every other colorful hero is gay.
Yeah.
I kind of see what you're saying though, because it's like, a lot of like traits that give you any sort of personality, they'll be like, oh, that's like a total gay thing, or like that's for the gays or whatever. And so it's like you're only left with the most bland character ever. It can only be the straight one.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe all these characteristics are just like normal human things, and people with personalities.
Well, no, John, not even that, because if you're too bland, if you're too stoic or emotionless, you're asexual. You're ace.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So you don't even get that.
That was my favorite protest story. Whenever it was like 2020 and all that shit was at its height. And the one lady had like the asexual flag in London, and she's protesting, and she's like, "My rights are being infringed upon." Everybody was just looking at her like, "What do you mean? Like, are people trying to like rape you or something?" Like, oh no, it's just they're still hitting on me. It's like, well, okay, they can just tell me you don't want it.
Apparently wearing underwear on the outside's a gay thing, apparently.
I guess
you got double A. Sorry, what, Kino?
I would really love to see Ant list his criteria for what makes the person straight.
Let's see you back it up with a source, Ant. Ant has that lesbian glasses just like Soy Rick.
I'm just picturing Ant pasted onto or Senator Armstrong. He's like, my source is that I made it the fuck up.
This guy follows Crybaby Rick and is a mod for that soy channel. I guess Ant wants to have some of that soy sec from Soy Rick. Well, no, Ant isn't gay. He's just bisexual, apparently. Like, sure, Ant, whatever you say.
Yeah. Are you for real?
Is that queer people would be drawn to superheroes more than potentially any other medium out there.
Really?
Now, gay writers.
Again,
really?
I would really like to see what his evidence for this was, because that was explicitly not the intention of these comic book industries. They wanted to have broad appeal, yes, but their audiences were, for the most part, straight boys.
Especially in like 30s and 40s. I don't think anybody was trying to cater to the homosexual crowd. That would be an odd strategy, especially.
It would be
back
career
then.
suicide, especially for that at that point in history, because there's such a niche, unprofitable part of like demographic.
And such a stigma against it too at the time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ant is just bi because he wants to know what a penis in your ass would feel like.
I mean, that would be one reason, yes.
Exactly, Jacob.
Oh my god.
Maybe he wants to feel one down his throat. Who knows?
Anyways,
I won't speculate.
Artists who brought their lived experiences to superheroes. But over the last several years,
their lived experiences. Fucking who? There was no one gay in the industry working at the time, dumbass. But okay.
No, they were all secretly gay.
Closeted, yeah.
We've seen something change in the medium.
Shocking news for the world of the X-Men. One of them is
the
gay.
Fuck
Actually,
is this?
Who the fuck are you?
Sentinel Wolf in Kino's chat makes a good point. I actually forgot about this fact that the underwear on the outside was actually like a circus performer thing. It was like circus strongmen and stuff.
I guess
wear
they're
a lot
gay
of
too.
times.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
was
actually
gay.
where a lot of the wrestlers that would just wear the underwear for a while.
Yeah,
in, like, WWF, because like that all stemmed from circuses and shit.
Okay.
And obviously most of them are pretty straight, considering a lot of the storylines were like showing scantily clad women that they would fight over and shit.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Ant would put that in his thumbnail with the caption trying a man first the first time. I get it. Anyways.
Artists, writers, businesses, movie studios, actors, etc. It is clear that LGBTQ representation is now a priority for many different.
Just a little
Listen-
point. Good. I'll say this during the commercial break. If you're rather than go through all the fucking letters, just say alphabet, people. Like, I'm not even saying that to be derogatory. It's just so much simpler than trying to remember a fucking order of letters that keeps getting longer.
Yeah.
I don't call them alphabet people. I just call them the Rainbow Raiders. There you go.
Yeah. Anyway.
Applications. Mainstream from DC and Marvel to independent to literary. Queer
And
representation
that's not a
has
good
become more.
thing. That is not a good thing. No one cares. No one acts.
Yeah, and saying it, they've made it a priority now. Yeah, look how well it's working out for them. How much money have they made over this? Oh, that's right, none.
Because again, it's not profitable. I was listening to It's a Gundam while I was working, and one of his videos, it was about like gay DC characters or whatever, and one of the bitches said, "Oh, gay queer characters in comics is profitable." For the past few years, we've seen nothing but steady decline of comics.
Over not even the past few years, like a fucking more than a decade at this point, a decade and a half at this point.
Exactly. It's like when you change these like already established straight characters to something that they aren't even are, people are going to hate it. All right, normal people are going to hate it. Hell, even the ones you're pandering to might hate it. They're going to stop buying. You're going to go bankrupt, and you're going to be like, "Oh, well, it's your guys' fault for not liking it. It's not our fault for changing something that shouldn't be changed." And it's like, what? It's not our fault.
Well, the problem is that theoretically anything could be profitable, but that doesn't really mean that doesn't mean it's good or that you executed it in a profitable way.
Exactly.
That's often the result. Those stories are often the result of like hiring someone who has nothing else to say, and that's like their whole personality. So it often like is just a byproduct of shitty hiring based on the same bad policies, where you're emphasizing all these immutable characteristics that aren't really interesting. And you're like, oh, that's their story, is that they're gay. It's like, okay, what else? That's the big statement of the comic.
Listen, it's like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You can do it, but you shouldn't. It don't.
Yeah.
Another thing is that if there's such this huge demand for gay storylines or original gay content, what is the justification for turning pre-existing characters gay or race or race swapping them?
Exactly.
I'll go that route too, because if there's just such a big demand for like original Black content, why are we not seeing it? And like the DC blackout, like since that happened relatively recently, there were boycotts for over DC for not having a sufficient amount of Black-led DC titles, and it's just like, well, that's not necessarily DC's fault. It's the fault of you, the consumer, or not supporting like original black led content or original like gay content. So again, like what Ant's saying here doesn't really make any sense to me because the reality doesn't reflect what he's claiming.
Yeah, Kino, I basically asked Grok this question, and basically Grok just told me making new characters is hard, and the businesses are risk averse at making new things, so it's easier to build off of what's already there, more or less. That's basically what Grok said.
Hey, you know what? This is why I gave credit to, and people will think I'm like shilling for it or whatever, but I'm like, legitimately, Life is Strange is a bunch of queer shit, a bunch of gay shit. I'm like, you know what though? I don't even hate them because at least they made an original IP. They didn't try to poison anything I loved. They just made their gay shit, and if it succeeded or failed, that was on them alone. And it's like, all right, if you're gonna do that shit, I would much prefer you do that than try to infect something that's like pre-established and shit.
Exactly.
All right. Here's a super chat I received from Rye Guy 1928 for $5. Ant has gay vision, seeing queerness in even the most mundane things.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Hang on, like, where the hell is it? Hang on. Oh, hey, y'all.
Hey, donuts, Billy Donuts in the chat with a bunch of donuts. What's up? Buddy?
Here's the keychain I always wear around my waist. It's literally probably the most mundane thing in my house. Ant sees gayness in my key right here.
It's the key to your. He sees it as the key to your heart, Backseater. He's gonna unlock it. It's
the key to the closet. There you go. That's what Ant would say about this, probably.
Look, he's even going, "Ooh."
Yeah. Ooh.
There's a reason that they do it with pre-established stuff. It's because they assume that audience will just always stay.
Exactly.
So
it has
like,
a
we'll tap into this new audience, and these guys will always buy it. So now if we make the character gay, the gay people will be more likely, which I know I've given the example a million times, but it's like they think that people glob on to immutable characteristics. Sure, you get a few shallow people that like their race or whatever is their whole personality, and that's all they're ever going to talk about. But then you get like gingers that like Blade and shit, and it's like, well, okay, like if you made Blade a ginger, I'd probably be less interested in him. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Let me catch up on chat. Just call them the Skittles people. That's a good one. Yeah. If gay DC characters were being profitable, then what happened to that Authority movie that was supposed to be the second movie in Gunn's DCU? That's a good point right there.
A good one.
What characters were made homosexual that were not already? That is a good question, Icy Bubba. Life is Strange at least had good characters like David. I don't know, Jacob.
He's the conservative military dad of the lesbian character. And he actually turns out to be a good guy. I actually gave him credit for that. I was like, hey, they made him good in the end. Oh, they didn't like have him just be shit on the whole game. Good job.
Yeah.
But that first game was also made before TDS kicked in like 2015.
Yeah.
So subsequent ones went way more political.
I know. We're gonna deport you back to where you belong, you damn wetback, or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh my god!
That was the second game.
I know that was
like
the second
brothers
one.
that were getting deported and shit. They went hard line as soon as that kicked in.
Yeah. Anyways, Ant would hate that game. How would he hate Life is Strange? Why?
No,
probably because it doesn't make David into a into an abusive father or something.
Well, no. He would say David is good representation because he lets he learns the error of his ways and he allows everyone in the cast to walk all over him.
Ant is a fan of them jingly keys. That is correct, as usual. Anyways, let's keep going here, guys.
Prevalent in years since the 2000s. Very clearly, every new year, new characters announced to be bi, gay, trans, etc. And this is all part of the continuum of media. The gradual procedure. There's a lot of representation.
A gradual procedure, just gradually making characters gay who are never gay.
Yes.
I really reject this notion from Ant that this is a progression into the right direction. Because what the fuck are you talking about? These are just retcons. You're completely changing characters and just being something else.
Right.
You're retroactively changing just their history.
And it's never like natural, and we know it's not natural because they often state that it is their objective. They're like, we decided that it was time for more. I mean, Kevin Feige said it, not with gay characters, but I remember he said like, oh, we need to get it to where the Avengers are half women, because like just having Black Widow wasn't enough. And so it's like very often they'll state their goals with these things, and they will say like either, oh, there wasn't enough people for this group of people, and so we needed to make more of them, rather than we're going to tell a story. If that naturally happens, whatever. We know it's not natural because they say it's not natural. They say that they are forcing it.
Yeah, and when you take those extreme approaches, aren't you only proving like the critics correct in the first place by saying that, hey, if you introduce like one woman onto the team, or if you turn this one character gay, there's going to be a slippery slope so that men aren't allowed on the team, or like every character has to be gay. And look, I don't have a problem with women being on superhero teams or original gay characters, but when it gets to a point where you really do need to put your foot down if you don't want them to be, and lay out like groundwork rules so you don't just go crazy.
Well, it never just goes back the other way naturally. Like if it was really like natural storytelling, they would be like, oh, like, last time, we just had a really good actor, and so we cast a black guy for this role. It's never, and now we're going to cast a white guy the next time that we do it. No. It's always like, well, now they've established him as a minority. He can never reverse back to the olden days. Those were bad times. It's like
that's really annoying. You're seeing that with the latest Batman, the Batman Part 2 casting with that one guy from the Eternals and Bullet Train.
Black Two-Face.
Yeah, he's playing Two-Face because the actor Harvey Dent was played by a black guy.
Billy D. Williams.
Which is funny because they did revert it to a white guy in The Dark Knight, the most like praised Batman film ever.
And in fucking Forever, yeah.
And then it's like, but that was before the age where it would be seen as like offensive to revert a character. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, because white isn't a valid identity apparently to those people.
Icy Bubba, to answer your question, fucking Iceman, Tim Drake, John Kent, guys, come up with other stray characters that are made gay. Black Cat.
Harley
Quinn, Poison Ivy, Living Lightning, everyone forgets him. Fucking
Alan Scott, the first
Alan Scott, a lot of fucking guys. I think Obsidian was from the get-go, wasn't he?
Oh, he was? Okay.
I think he was.
Well, America. Anyway. I don't like America Chavez. I don't really care if she's gay.
Well, she was made one from the get-go, but yeah, she was.
Well, no, she did. Yeah. She did date the Ultimate Nullifier.
Oh shit! Wow, they made her. Wow.
Well,
fuck.
The funny thing with Ciri from The Witcher is that like her first like lesbian experience is basically like Stockholm syndrome, where she was like basically forced into it as an underage girl by like this evil woman, and then, but of course Alphabet Mafia doesn't care about that. They're like, oh, now she is confirmed lesbian. It's like, you guys know what like forcing yourself means? Like that's not supposed to be celebrated.
The problem with Ant's point here is that not every creative decision, like from a comic book writer with the intention of social pandering, works out in the end. One example in particular I remember is in the comic Thunderbolts, where Abe Jenkins, formerly the Beetle,
Abner Jenkins,
that's right. He was originally a white guy, but then to get people off his back, because he was on the run, he made himself black. So a white guy became a black guy, and that was framed as being socially progressive at the time, because he's like, oh wow, I'm a black man now, and now everyone's treating me differently all of a sudden. Wow. And then but then like that was like so tone deaf, and and poorly aged that they just turn him back into being white.
They can make a hilarious one for that where like, he bumps into somebody and he's like clearly in the wrong, but then it's like a white like hipster dude and he's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and he like gives him all of his money or something. He's just like, wow, I'm a black guy and they treat me really differently.
Yeah.
Everybody's so apologetic to me all the time and they all get out of my way and treat me like I'm on a pedestal. It's weird.
I bet you Ant would blame the authority cancellation on the Paramount merger, being like, David Ellison forced James Gunn to cancel this movie. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Brian Tyree Henry, that's his name right there. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the problem with Ant's argument here is that he's taking he's taking a modern day like trends and assuming that they're going to be the rule going forward.
Yeah.
And that's just a classic. It's just a classic argument everyone at the time made, and now they look stupid.
It's a progressive argument because they think everything's progressing towards the point where everybody accepts their beliefs and their preferred world. And so they think that's like, this is all, you may delay it a little bit, but it's all going towards this.
Hitler was progressive and he was known to never be proven wrong ever. As we all know.
Yeah, you could say they're working towards some sort of like a solution that's final. And so it's weird how much they share with Hitler sometimes.
Anyways, also I think the rumor of Sebastian Stan playing Victor Zsasz is true. Yeah. Anyways, let's keep going.
That has allowed the world of comics to look, as Stan Lee once said, like the world outside your window, with all the types of people who live out there.
Want you to know.
Yeah, of course. They always appropriate this Stan Lee quote here so they can legitimize their bullshit here.
Yeah, well, let him play this clip, and then I want to show you something. This is like the only article I want you to read before this.
Marvel has always been and always will be a reflection of the world right outside our window. That world may change and evolve, but the one thing that will never change is the way we tell our stories of heroism. Those stories have room for everyone, regardless of their race, gender, religion, or color of their skin. The only things we don't have room for are hatred, intolerance, and bigotry.
Right. So the problem, so Ant is being really deceptive here, and it's just the start of his video, and I have a huge problem with it. So first off, with with Stan Lee, the Stan Lee quote, I don't really have any issue with what he said, to be honest.
No.
But he's trying to frame Ant is trying to frame Stan Lee's that quote from Stan Lee as an argument against random race swaps or turning characters suddenly gay when they originally weren't.
This is often how they sucker people in too. And I'm talking about how they probably got Stan Lee to say that. They're like, Stan, there's all these racist and bigoted fans. You should, read this message for them, because he's obviously very old in the clip. And so it's that's how a lot of people get suckered into this ideology where it's if you don't believe this, then you're sexist. If you don't support every sex swap or whatever, it's because I agree with what Stan's saying. Yeah, you shouldn't be a bigoted, hateful fan, sure.
Right.
But the problem is that Ant and them will interpret that as see, these grifters online are always wrong, and Stan was clearly against them.
Yeah, and the problem. Go ahead.
I don't think he even knew what the conversation was. They were probably just having him give a general supportive message.
Yeah, right. Ant doesn't know what homophobia is. Homophobia is prejudice, aversion, discrimination, or hostility towards people who are homosexual, obviously. But disliking storytelling decisions in fiction, in this case, retroactively altering the established sexual orientation of long-running characters, that is not homophobia. It's a critique of creative choices, canon consistency, and execution. That's not an attack on gay people. And if you go down Backseater, there's a quote from Stan Lee that completely refutes Ant's. All right. Right there. He then added, I just see no reason to change that which has already been established when it's so easy to add new characters. I say create new characters the way you want to. Wait, go up a bit. Go up a bit. Yeah. Although he felt that the world has a place for gay superheroes, Lee suggested new characters whose traits aren't already defined in popular culture be created to that end. I don't see any reason to change the sexual proclivities of a character once they've already been established. I have no problem with creating new homosexual superheroes. So he made a distinction. Right? Original gay superheroes are fine, but turning established heroes gay, that's where he draws the line.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that clip, him using that clip of Stan Lee to argue a stance that he didn't have is really dishonest. It's actually pretty atrocious.
How recent is this video? Is it after Stan Lee died?
This is 2 years old.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely after he died. So he's appropriating and misconstruing the words of a dead man. That's real classy.
Not that. Fuck.
So that clip, him using
all
that.
All right.
That's me.
Yeah, it's me. But anyways, all right, let's keep going here. Let me see. Hey, Stan Lee, what do you think about Iceman being gay? Stan, any words?
Oh. Well, I think Iceman would have difficult time satisfying his homosexual lover because of shrinkage. Not even an X-Man can overcome having X-male lovers in that scenario.
Yeah, they wanted Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man to be gay, Jacob. Yeah, we made a whole video on it. Yeah. Anyways, let's keep going.
And for many fans, this has been great. Being able to see yourself on the written page and in these narratives that are larger than life you've loved all your life, seeing yourself represented fairly.
I don't want to fucking see myself represented in no damn superhero, bro. I just want
to. Wait. So Ant acknowledges that representation is something important. So you would say, Ant, that a guy, like a straight white guy, feeling represented by a superhero, that is also worth sustaining, and taking that representation away by turning that character gay or black is also a problem. Would be a problem because you're taking representation away instead of adding more representation. Correct? Or do you have like a double standard on this?
Yeah,
I don't think he really cares.
I think he's just being blatantly a hypocrite on this.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking tired of this whole argument. Like, oh, they should be able to see themselves in these characters. Yeah, they only want to see themselves in these characters because they identify with, oh, he's gay, I'm gay. I can see myself in that.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're just a
what
horribly
else?
shallow fan who doesn't give a shit about the story at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I can only get into a story if a character looks like me. Like,
yeah.
I don't even want that fan.
Yeah, a lot of fucking Miles Morales fans, like, I know he's not gay, but, like, I mean, still an example of something to pull from. A lot of fans can't even name, like, fucking arcs that he's been a part of that weren't a part of the fucking movies or games he's in. Yeah, because they don't reach...
The fact is, a lot of people don't care about these characters. They like the idea of them. They're not going to read... even if they change a character into being gay, they're not going to read their stories. They just like the idea of them being gay.
Yeah.
It just kind of shows a horribly narcissistic person, I think. If that's really like your first criteria for liking some characters, that, you know, you can see yourself in them. It's like that kind of spits in the face of the aspirational aspect. It's like, oh, thank God, I'm already there. I'm already black or whatever. So now I don't have to like do anything. It's like, that's not aspirational. That's just being like a lazy, shallow narcissist. You're just like, well, he's just like me because he looks like me.
I have people complaining about in my chat, complaining about the audio levels. Let me know. So I just put it up all the way. Let me know if you guys have a problem with it still.
All right. Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, let's keep going here. God damn it, Wicket really was the start of all this. Would you guys agree with that?
Wicket. Wait, which one was that?
How? What do you mean, Jacob? How was Wicked the start of all this? Anyways,
it's a big thing. But any change has reactions. Every change has a controversy.
Yeah.
It sounded like they were heavily implying that he had feelings for Bernard, but I also noted that this made very little sense if you've read those comics with Bernard. It goes against both characters and kind of everything they've been into.
Tim Drake's Robin is gay out of nowhere. It makes absolutely no sense that this guy was straight as a fucking arrow for 30 years, and then all of a sudden he's gay.
Outside of the original, Dick Grayson, I would argue that Tim Drake is the most famous character to take on the Robin mantle. He also came out as bisexual recently, and people reacted the way you expect.
I'm more willing to believe that Tim Drake is bisexual because in the Return of the Joker film, it's established that he has a wife and children. So I'm more inclined to believe that he's actually bisexual than actually gay. Because if that was the case, why would they establish that he has a wife and child?
Nah, he still wouldn't be fucking. He still wouldn't date a guy though. Let's be real.
The problem is that this just came out of nowhere. Again, they just introduced a guy and a gay love interest and had Tim Drake go, "Oh yeah, I'm gay now." That's not good writing.
Yeah.
So this guy, he needs to get out of that fucking Bucky's merch.
I know.
Fucking,
Drake, fucking give me your address right now. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna fucking take that shirt from you right now.
The problem with people like Comic Drake is that he's a complete shill.
Drake's a soy boy. Yeah.
He will deep throat anything creative decision if it's deemed as progressive. Like he doesn't care about writing quality.
Yeah. So he works from the end point. He's like, it is progressive, therefore I must now explain how it is good, rather than let's see if it's good or not, and it also happens to be progressive.
I also really enjoy like the Ant is claiming that people are being homophobic because they reject gay characters, and he's pointing to people not respecting continuity by making characters gay out of nowhere. Like that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Do something from I like how it's all like basically, I guess you could say like mid to I think probably Black Cat was the first instance of this, and that was like 2002 when they sort of retconned her into being bisexual.
Yeah.
And I love how also like once it's been done long enough, they just assume they're just like, oh come on, she's been bi since blah blah blah. It's like, okay, that's still not the majority of the character, and that is not the original character still. It doesn't matter if it goes on for another 50 years of them still doing that. It's still going to always be a retcon.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 2003, Wicked's play being the star of this woke bullshit in franchises. Would you guys agree with that or no?
So that is a prototypical thing as far as, because Wicked, they took a very old story and they said, no, the male who was presented as good, the wizard, where he gave them all their wishes at the end. I know he was kind of a shyster anyway, but he also gave them all inspirational speeches, and he was framed as evil in Wicked, and he separated these women, and the Wicked Witch was initially framed as an evil woman, and now we get the retcon, kind of like Cruella and all these things, where it was kind of like the prototype for that sort of story, where it's like, oh, the woman character wasn't really evil, and really this male character was the evil one, you know?
The problem isn't necessarily subversion. It's more so being really lazy with your subversion. Like I watched this one Cinderella subversion story called The Ugly Stepsister, and it's actually pretty creative, and it's a pretty creative story from one of the stepsisters' perspectives of one of the stepsisters of Cinderella's perspective. It actually goes a more darker route. It's kind of like The Substance in a way, if you've seen that movie.
Anyways, this guy can't satisfy a fucking woman. Yeah. He doesn't even have the balls to walk up to a woman and ask her out on a damn date.
Despite this chill going forward, if you guys haven't been to Bucky's, definitely go. They started in Texas.
I was just about to say that.
It's like a super Walmart attached to a gas station. It's pretty crazy.
I know.
I was just about to say that as a Texan, I'm very, very irritated that you got that shit up.
Well, then again, Angel, there's only two things that exist in Texas: steers and queers.
He doesn't look like a steer to me. Do you like to suck dick, nigga?
Yeah. Anyways.
Some of you watching right now are extremely happy about this change.
No. Speak for yourself, Ant.
Backseater said some people. That means that's a very nice and variable term. It could be 2 people, and it could be like some.
Yeah.
Also, Ant, what do you mean by you people?
Yeah.
Now I'm hopeful most of you are, because I
why?
But
why should we accept this change?
Why?
Exactly why?
So he just admitted that he wants to mostly just cater to an audience that already agrees with him. He's just like, I hope most of you just agree with me, so then I don't actually have to work during this.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products. Yeah.
I'm just so confused with this mentality, because even he would agree that this sets a bad precedent, because if you can just turn a long-standing character gay out of nowhere, then what's stopping someone from coming along and turning gay characters straight?
Well, that would be problematic. You can't turn them back.
Yeah. It's like with Grizzy's recent stream highlight, where Winston was like, "Oh, it's okay to change white characters to black characters, but you can't do it the other way around. That's not okay." And it's like, well, we shouldn't do it the other way around anyways. It's retarded.
Yeah. No, it's a one-way street for them, yeah.
Rules for thee, nuns for me.
Yeah. He probably said something like, I was the only non-racist in that Buc-ee's. Something like that, yeah.
Also, if you guys do come to Texas and want to go to Buc-ee's, I recommend the one in Dallas. That one is fucking big as shit.
Yeah.
Outside the queer community have expressed some concerns, some valid, some not. Are comics only adding...
Again, you only need... the only opinion that matters is the queer community. You can't be non-queer and have a valid opinion.
Yeah.
And their word means absolutely fuck all.
For capitalist points to buy, to get money from those desperate to see themselves represented in media? Or is there something else going on here? Will this continue? Or will it revert back to the way it was back in the 90s, 80s, and 70s? Who is the primary audience for this media? Is this representation forced?
Yes.
Yes. Is it organic?
Well, considering that they sold a shit ton more in the 90s with way less humans on the earth, I would say that you should probably go back to whatever strategy you were using then.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, why do you think... and I have a question for you. Why do you think manga is selling very well compared to Western comics? It's because mangaka, they respect their audience and they don't treat them like idiots. They don't pander to them. They don't say, "Oh, hey, these people exist." They're like, "Oh, this is the world. These are the characters."
They don't give the audience what they don't want. That's what they don't do.
No, you guys don't understand. You're both wrong on this, right? So Toyotaro, the current artist and writer for Dragon Ball, after Akira Toriyama passed, everyone knows that his sales would double if he suddenly turned Goku gay and transitioned it from a fighting manga to a gay romance manga series.
Is that a Yuri or Yaoi? I forget.
I think Yaoi. If Toyotaro turned Dragon Ball into a Yaoi manga, it would have made it would make him billions of dollars. That is such that is the right course of action.
Hey, it might make him $1 billion yen.
I bet you Ant is going to see Leviticus, which is basically a horror film about gay people and religion. Oh, geez.
That could be extremely satisfying or cringe. Depending on which way they take that.
And this I'm pulling up this clip real quick for Ant. This is for Ant if he and his side ever try to co-opt wrestling, because this was a legit promo. So guys, we've all heard of the Road Warriors, right? Get a load of this shit. They once said
Ain't gonna be soft for long. All right.
Let's get back to shit.
Moving into the narrative in a way that is beneficial to both the story and the audience, as well as respecting the characters that are already established.
Okay. How is Tim Drake's character respected by doing this?
It was mangled. It was butchered. He was completely buried by then.
Prior to that one story, like Tim Drake was never implied or like implied to be closeted or gay.
Well,
like,
Kino, he was really good friends with Connor Kent.
There you go. Apparently, if you're friends with any man, you're gay.
Yeah, apparently. I guess I'm gay because I'm friends with... Well, guys, we're all gay because we're all friends with each other now.
Yeah. Gay as shit, man.
Anthony... Yes, Dinosaurs. Did you guys see that video? Anthony fears the remnant of the 777.
Wait, does that mean we can all say the F word now?
Yeah. Anyways. Let's keep going here, folks. Anyways.
Now, these are questions without easy answers, but we'll give it a shot.
That's pretty
Might
easy.
as well, right? To proceed, let's ask a few core questions. When did comics become?
I like how Ant always has to make things more complicated so he can justify having 5-hour-long videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is queer culture ingrained in comics?
No.
Or is it something new that sprang up in the last few years?
Yeah.
It's new and forced. There you go.
That entire narrative is just was debunked. It was refuted by even at the time. Okay, I think he's gonna get into this, but let's see.
For storytelling, both for our favorite characters and characters we haven't.
I just remember early YouTube where we would just debate whether things were stupid or not, like Ninja Turtles 3. It was stupid with the time travel plot. It was so much simpler. It's just like, now we got to get into societal culture war crap with every fucking video.
Quite yet. To answer this question, I would not proceed alone. So I reached out to several people via email, and about 4 responded back.
Andrew Fraga, I want to know how many people he emailed. He just got rejected over and over. He's like, and then finally I got somebody to respond back.
And have I ever told you how much I hated you?
They were all responding, aren't you that guy that defended Utterly Noah? And I was like, briefly, but...
Probably best known as the curator of San Francisco's Cartoon Art Museum, and also a writer of coffee table books, news articles, all kinds of comics and pop culture stuff.
Exactly. Like, we got the most boring chap in the world.
Excellent. I believe your spouse has published a few things in your days.
Tons. So married to Shannon K. Garrity.
Wait, why does he find that so funny? Is he making
know.
fun of his wife?
I don't know.
Your spouse made a few things.
Again, okay, why should I respect this guy as an authority?
Yeah, who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Days of Willow Wheat Manor, Kino. How can you not respect him?
Yeah.
Well, considering this is the first time I've ever heard of Willow Wheat Manor, that means very little to me.
Look at that art style.
Yeah, it looks like complete shit.
Oh my god.
Maybe Nickelodeon cartoon.
They fight evil rabbits with an umbrella and a butter knife.
It's like that one fucking. It's like that one fucking movie with with fucking McCoy from Star Trek.
No, I know the one you're talking about. The giant rabbit.
Yeah. Utterly Noah is going to be the bane on Anthony's future. He's never living that shit down.
Comic book editor, science fiction writer. She's working on 11 different things as I speak.
Yeah, sure. My name's Joe Glass.
Oh, it's fucking Joe Glass! Oh, fuck this guy!
Joe Glass. Joe Glass is the first guy you fight in fucking Punch Out.
No. Yeah.
Is that the tranny flag on his shirt?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Fucking
Joe
hell.
Glass, why am I more professional than you are, and you're apparently some big time fella? Look at this. You got to learn to frame your background and have a fucking above an early 2000s webcam there, buddy.
South Wales in the UK.
Not have your chin on the bottom.
I want to hear. I want to hear their qualifications.
All right, here we go. Let's.
Authority figures.
All right, Joe. Here we go.
Glass. I'm a writer based out of South Wales in the UK. I'm predominantly known for my comics work, including The Pride, which is a comic all about...
It completely failed, by the way.
I've never heard of it.
No fucking wonder it failed.
Look, is that supposed to be Wonder Woman?
Might as well be.
What the fuck?
A team of all LGBTQ plus superheroes, which has been existing now for coming up on 15 years now. But more recently,
15 years. 15 years of this shit.
Well, no wonder I've never heard of it then.
It's been 15 years and I've never heard of this shit. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. Okay, what else has he done?
The GLAAD Award for Young Men in Love, an anthology of all male queer romance stories. Which
this is just like fanfic slop.
This is an actual grifter. This is like an actual. He's just trying to bait gay people into buying his shit by making it overtly in the title. The Pride Omnibus, Young Men in Love. You are fucking grifting off the most low intelligence people.
Yeah, you know what? He's just like Eric. You wanna know why, John? Because I'm
a nice man. Yeah, I'm a nice man.
But anyways,
Matt Miner, and we published through Away Through the World. And this year, I pivoted into prose storytelling and wrote my first novel, which is called A Con Affair.
Again, I've heard of none of these. Why is this guy an authority on on comic books?
I would like to apologize to the earlier guy's wife because this art style actually looks like it made in Microsoft Paint in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh my god.
Also, what is this title? A Con Affair? Someone's going to have an affair at a con?
Yeah, apparently.
This guy looks like a fucking pederast.
Also, what the fuck? They're thinking in emojis?
Yeah, apparently.
Who's it? You got a cat emoji. What the fuck?
Alright, here's this faggot.
So, my name is Jack Phoenix. I am a librarian.
Oh my god.
A librarian!
Wait a minute. Does this guy got the Hitler mustache going?
No, he's not.
Okay, he's just assembled a gaggle of literal who's.
It's getting worse with each one. I want to see how low we can go here.
This video will show the supremacy of manga. Oh my god!
It started off with the husbando of a someone who maybe made something that was somewhat known, at least wasn't like overtly just blatantly catering to a certain group. Then we went down to just like, oh, I'm just like blatantly just like trying to appeal to gay men. That's all I want to sell to.
Yeah.
And now this guy's just like, I'm just like a librarian, dude. Pretty soon we're gonna get down to like in 5th grade I made a sketch. It's like, oh, you're quite the expert, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
To be more specific, I am the collection development manager for the Cuyahoga Falls Library. So that means I buy the books, I buy the movies, I buy all the materials.
Oh, shut the
I oversee the
But you buy shit, so you're a shill. That's your qualifications. Okay, great.
So you're a fucking shill. All right, good to know.
I guess I could qualify as an expert in video games. And look, I bought a shit ton of them. There you go. Put me in one of your videos, bro.
I guess I'm an expert in anime. I got a ton of anime shit.
Yeah, you're a fucking. It looks like dinosaurs. Looks like that slop ass YouTube art style. Yeah. Not even slope, just slop. Anyways,
so I have a second job, which is
he has
can't even get a fucking working mic.
He has
either.
a second job.
I'm all the way back here, and I'm trying to talk into my mic.
Here we go. Hi, Gordon Ramsay. Guys, what do you guys think his second job is gonna be? Here we go.
Male prostitute.
Male prostitute.
Boy Scout leader.
Here we go. Hang on. Here we go.
I am the graphic novel selector for a library vendor called Brodart.
Oh
so
my
I get
god.
to basically act as
exactly
a personal shopper for libraries across the country and selecting comics and graphic novels for them. I'm also the author of a book called Maximizing the Impact of Comics in Your Library, graphic novels, manga, and more. And that is a guide for librarians to who have comics in their collections or want to add comics to their collections and how to best do that and how to best get them into people's hands.
So your audience is other librarians. That's a pretty narrow fucking field, bro. I don't know if you have a lot of sales potential there. I mean, I know there's lots of libraries, but how many people of those librarians are going to be interested in your book? That's going to be a fraction of a fraction.
I think this is the last one. I think this is.
What did I walk into? I don't know, Zio. Let's hear.
I am Valerie Estelle Frankel. I am the author of.
So you're a woman. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Hang on, there you go. What's she the author of? Hang on.
Over 90 books about Doctor Who, Star Wars, Game of Thrones.
These all look self-published.
Yeah. An unauthorized parody, The Mockeries of the Galaxy, Super Heroines and the Epic Journey. Sorry, I'm leading into my screen. That's why I'm off camera. Oh, God. Empower, the symbolism, feminism, and superheroism of Wonder Woman. What is the symbolism?
Boy, Ant, you sure got a fucking...
Oh my God, it's literally it's almost what Nerdrotic always says, where he says the hero's journey. It's the chosen one, the heroine's journey.
Yeah.
Okay, so his Ant's entire source, or just like the experts, quote unquote, that he's appealing to are just a bunch of literal Who's who have never actually officially worked on any comic book in their life that he's talking about.
Or any comic worth a damn, rather.
It just seems as though they're just a bunch of activists with his same exact opinions, and he's just going to give them. He's just going to throw softball questions at them to get so he can get the answers he wants.
It's kind of like that guy that Rizzy covers, who he like does the editing for a lot of the reaction channels, and then he has them on for interviews, and it's kind of like a big circle jerk to try to legitimize each other. It's like, oh, like he's been on this show and this show and this show, and all five of us just have each other on each other's shows to like try and make ourselves seem qualified to talk about these things.
Manga and comics are not the same thing. Only tourists think that comics and manga are the same thing. Yeah. Anyways.
Including a few on superheroines in the Epic Journey, and Wonder Women and Bad Girls, and the Avengers Face the Dark Side. I've got 2 on Wonder Woman, 1 on
Should have had
Captain
Ed
Marvel.
Bennis on, because he makes really sexy superheroines from the early 2000s that you probably hate, Ant.
Yeah.
So you get the idea. Lots of deep dives into what they get up to, and 1 on She-Ra for that matter.
You sound slightly prolific, is what you're saying.
God, I wonder if she liked the Netflix She-Ra.
Yeah.
Most likely.
A writer, a scholar, and a historian. Maybe they can help map out the history of queer comic books.
You're fucking hubris, you bitch boy.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the evidence that they provide. That these experts with no actual credentials to be commenting on these subjects. Okay.
Yeah.
When comics became so queer, when superheroes came out of the closet, when, well, any other euphemism there I'm sure I can insert, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy and I don't feel like improvising. I wrote the script already. I don't feel like adding more jokes in here.
Shut the fuck up, man.
You are a joke. Nigga, you are a joke. Shut the fuck up. You are the joke.
Yeah. Where the hell is my soundbite here? Here it is.
Shut up, bitch!
Anyways.
All right, cool. Excellent. You got it? Good.
A 26-year-old ex-GI arrives home from Denmark where doctors converted him into a woman.
Oh,
2 years ago, the name was George Jorgensen. Today, it's Christine.
So the first question.
So they forced that poor bastard to become a woman. Those motherfuckers.
Why is that relevant to the comic book industry?
I don't know. It's Ant. No. There you go. It's Ant. There's your answer. It's Ant.
It's Ant.
Video. There you go.
I don't want to know what Anthony Gramuglia thinks of Eric July's ISOM comic book series. He probably hates it. Let's be real. Ant probably liked Masters of the Universe Revelations, 100%. Remnant 777 handed Anthony Gramuglia his ass in a recent video. That is correct.
Question you might ask is, when did comics become so gay?
2010.
And the answer is that queerness has been built into the bedrock of superhero comics.
No, it fucking hasn't. No, it fucking. Let's win. Please give me the date and year, motherfucker.
Since Ant said so.
The only gay female character or just hero character in general that I've ever known about was a Kate Kane, Batwoman.
Yeah.
That was the only one I've known about for years and years until Tim Drake. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And if superheroes are inherently gay, why is it not? Why have they always not been associated with gayness?
Yeah,
What
like
are you talking about?
I said, if this has literally been the case for the history for the entire industry, why it should be self-evident? Why do we need to have this discussion if it's that fucking obvious?
Yeah, we wouldn't even notice it.
Why would people who are non-gay feel like drawn to the genre at all? If it was just like explicitly gay.
Yeah, that kind of defeats the whole if they look like you will be more attracted to it, because why would it be mostly straight people if it were gay from the start? You either have to admit that premise is wrong, or you have to admit that it wasn't mostly gay from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can't say that they're ever wrong with anything, so get that out of your mind.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm not totally sure about the non-superhero comics, but if we say superhero comics, then Batman and Robin were giving.
This is so fucking stupid. Okay, Batman's doing his best to sound gay, but I can tell his heart isn't in it. Okay, so Ant is just being flat out retarded here.
Yeah.
That's not gay in the context you think it means.
On me now our gay
It means he's
apparel.
happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happy.
Oh my god.
I remember the
that
years
vibe, and
when
they
gay used to mean happy. Oh well.
For some of the earliest superhero comics, and Wonder Woman and both her Amazons on Paradise Island and her group of sorority girls at her local college were really giving off that vibe, often deliberately.
Okay, so they're giving off that vibe. That's not evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's just you saying. That's just you making. That's just
seeing what you want to see.
What you want to see.
Yeah.
Because I said so.
Anthony is also being haunted by Otterly Noah. Exactly, Dinosaurus.
So, he definitely made the wrong move there for way too long to, play it off. But yeah, it's like tying a girl's arms. It's like, well, yeah, because she's on Themyscira. Who else's arms is she going to tie? Like, they're all fucking women and they're training. Like,
yeah. Speaking of Batwoman, there isn't an official version of the character that gets along with the Bat family. Is there? I don't know. Remember, Wonder Woman was made by a male feminist. Yeah, that guy was wild. Anyways.
To say nothing of her creator's history.
Who's Charles Moulton?
Yeah, this guy.
That is my pseudonym.
William Moulton Marston was
crazy. He was crazy. And yeah, feelings over facts. Exactly, Dinosaurus. Come on.
Quite experimental. He lived with his wife and his girlfriend and their two sets of children. And
yeah, I told you he was wild.
He was on to bondage and shit, and then he invented the lie detector too.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He died. The two women and their children continued living together.
Dr. Marston, every issue of Wonder Woman is filled with violence, torture, and sadomasochism. This abnormal behavior in your comic is reckless.
Sounds like my girlfriend.
Yeah.
He did view Wonder Woman's world as a sort of utopia.
Backseat, just wait until Ant sees like late 90s, early 2000s WWE and what Vince McMahon wrote. Where I saw one skit where he's touching a woman's breasts and like making her orgasm. She's supposed to have like magic hands or something. And she's like, ah!
Mr. Mac Daddy. Yeah.
And he makes fucking Trish Stratus bark like a dog for him because he's having an affair with her, with his comatose wife, who he makes out with in front of.
Yes. Male feminist and Mormon? Yeah.
So this doesn't. Okay, so what she's saying is that this guy, he wrote his fetish into Wonder Woman, and because of that, that somehow justifies making lesbians inserting their own like fetish into other characters.
Yeah, this is a modern comic. I can tell by this fucking art style. This is not something he wrote. Even it's just like some idiot modern writer misinterpreting shit.
You can also tell because the fucking one talking is a big fat fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, again, this doesn't even make any sense. Like it's just incomparable because you're comparing subtext, like subtextual fetish, to like just outright saying it, just blatantly saying something.
Yeah.
And you could take this the complete other way. As a dude, I could be like, oh wow, Wonder Woman, she lost her powers whenever her bracers were bound by a man. So he was all about like depowering women and like making them vulnerable and submissive and shit. So, maybe it's a straight male fantasy, which I honestly think was probably closer to the truth. It probably was just his fetishes or whatever. But it's like, you're taking this in the weird direction, Ant, where it's like, you really saw it as that? That's a pretty far stretch, buddy. If you're gonna interpret something out of it, it's probably closer to just a typical male thought.
Yeah. Don't forget Vince saying the N-word. Yep.
Why does Aunt Gargamel need to add wordless clips on every point that's made?
Don't disrespect Gargamel like that. At least Gargamel is entertaining. This is pure torture.
Because he's stretching it to, this proves my point, even though it's usually something completely unrelated or just like completely clipped to hell where it's like, oh, this is part of like a tease that is later maybe proven wrong. You can have a lot of that in movies.
Yeah.
The problem with this is that I don't have a problem with this as a concept, but knowing Ant and other lesbians, they get mad at straight guys enjoying this.
Yeah. Anthony Gramuglia rat. Yeah.
Women in charge. He was very into bondage in real life as well as in the comics. He modeled Wonder Woman after the wife and the girlfriend. At the time, the question was coming up of if women enter the workforce and get jobs, who's looking after the children? And one of the answers was unconventional lifestyles like the one he was coming up with. And he really viewed his Wonder Woman comics as a model for how to create a society of respect, of feminism, of peace, and bondage.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah, sounds really retarded. Yeah.
Thank God that model was never adopted. Anyways.
Lord.
Yeah. Good luck tinning up the arms of someone who can take punches from Superman. Exactly.
Did you Backseater? Have you ever read the the Grant Morrison Earth 1 Wonder Woman?
I don't read anything by that fucker.
It is pretty wild because ultimately it's kind of just taking that idea, that concept of Themyscira and just going full retard with it. Like by the end, she's like the Amazons have taken over the world and are castrating men left and right. It's just like
lesbian fantasy.
Yeah, it's just it's. I don't even see how that would be a functional like society at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an island full of misandrists.
I mean, quite frankly, just look at Wonder Woman's outfit to see which way the author stood. Especially for like 1930s or 40s or whatever. That's pretty scandalous. I think he pushed it as far as he could on the revealing shit.
Yeah. Also, whoa! Anyways, let's keep going here.
And stop us.
So, yeah, it's always been a part, to say nothing of there were 40s heroes who were cross-dressing. There were 40s heroes getting up to all sorts of stuff.
And a lot of times old cross-dressing was done as a joke. Like, it was very much to be laughed at whenever the
or a
character
disguise,
would be forced to do that.
more practical.
Yeah.
There's an understanding that you don't actually think you're a woman. You don't actually think that you're like the humor came from an understanding that this guy's just being a doofus.
Yeah.
Like when Ric Flair dressed up as a woman.
Or this other time, I'll pull it up here in a bit. So you go, that's not a lesbian fantasy, that's a feminist fantasy. That is correct, yeah.
That's true. That's like fourth wave feminism, like extremist shit.
Yeah, hang on. Where is it? Hold up. What, Kino?
Hang on.
Oh no, I gotta make sure that I pull up my wallpaper because I don't want to get copyright.
Ooh. But let me pull up this real quick. Look, guys, it's Virgila! Yes, this actually happened on an episode of fucking WWF,
Virgil,
y'all. Yeah,
okay.
you know.
Virgil, what are you doing? Here, have some money.
exactly, Dinosaurus, as we just said, yeah. You getting some, Kino?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. Let me keep going here.
Performing the
Characters cross-dressing reminds me of that one episode of Assassination Classroom.
as the creators formed the genre, everything got in there.
So the question then becomes, if comics were so queer from the start, why didn't anyone talk about this?
No, that's
why
not.
is this
Because they weren't. They weren't.
He just took that one lady confirming his bias, and he goes, "Oh, now that that's established, the question becomes: it's like, whoa! You're thinking that point's just settled now? Comics were queer from the start."
You were retroactively just saying that they were gay when they weren't. There are other, there were other motivations as to why they depicted stories that way.
You know, he got this one random woman's statement, and she's written fan books. So,
yeah,
do you really need anything else? That's just fact now.
It's like the lady who said, "Fucking." My grandma said fucking Cleopatra was fucking black.
Yes!
What they tell you in school? My grandma, Cleopatra was black.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, here's my appeal to authority, which isn't really any sort of legitimate authority. And now that subject is forever shelved. We have established that as fact. So now I will move to a new question. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, buddy. You have an hour and 18-minute long video, and you spend 2 minutes to establish something that is a wild departure from reality.
Yeah, she actually she hasn't displayed any actual creator intent behind it. So
it's all just interpretation of something that she saw that was very general.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going. Speaking of which, I heard Jerry Pete calling drag performers the same thing as people doing minstrel shows. Oh, Of course.
It's not a bigger deal. Why do comic fans act like this is some new change that occurred recently? Well, there is a reason for that.
Because it is.
So first off, and even if we were to accept, and we shouldn't accept that there were gay, comics were originally gay, you're talking about subtext compared to throwing something right in your face. So if you're trying to make this, even if you want to say that that gay messaging has always been there, this is clearly not the same thing. It's not being presented in the same way.
Right. Anyways, ants will fear Remnant 77 and harmful opinions. Yes, he will. No, Dinosaurus, you forgot the most important motherfucker he will fear of all. And that is, of course, he doesn't want to admit it, but his arch nemesis, the Backseater, obviously. But anyways.
And the reason is censorship.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to the guy. I heard he hit 250 subs, but then he just kind of fell off.
Is that guy that made the video about how all the clones should die?
Yes. He might have been the guy who got caught eating out of his mom's cooking pot Or the guy who like punched a pillow. I don't remember. He was one of those guys.
Yeah. I like how Ant says that, critics of the modern direction of DC and Marvel or superhero comics in general, they just want censorship. They can't stand seeing gay people. And he showed Eric July, like the most anti-censorship, or at least anti-government censorship guy you could think of. He's a libertarian. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's not just a libertarian. He's a hardcore libertarian right there. He's so libertarian. He's an anarcho-capitalist.
Yeah, so Ant's just misrepresenting the arguments. No one is saying that they want comic books censored. They're saying that they want comic books written consistently and well.
Yeah.
They don't want it to just be a writers they've never heard of or they don't even respect, using it as an outlet for their own bullshit.
Yeah. On this episode, on the writer's barely disguised fetish. Also, John, what's up with your sunglasses?
This is just the first part of my America cosplay that I'm doing for the 4th of July because I'm gonna be down in DC, baby.
Hell yeah! I am a real American.
Yeah, so hold on. Let me show you something, Backseater.
All right.
So have you read America Chavez?
Yes, it's horrible.
Okay, look at the pull up this one page I put it in.
I know. I remember this page. Hang on. But yes, Dinosaurus, it was hilarious. That was the point of it. Okay, let me pull it up here real quick. Here it is. Let me zoom in on this shit here. We're here! The Jenny Rose Cafe! The Heart! Oh, thank God, I didn't want to start processing everything that just happened, because what the hell was all that anyway? And I could really go on, but what I want right now is a minute to think. I'm gonna give that to you and anything else you ever want, Kate Bishop. You know that. Promise? On my mom's forever. Well, Mags, one more time at the Giant Heart with me. We can pretend we're in baby boxing class again. Yeah, I'll even let you carry me up there. Maybe I thought you about it then, but truth is, I always loved it. I'm literally intrigued and in awe of both of them. If this is what it's like to date other women, then I applaud all the women dating women right now, because this is incredible. Motorcycle courtship chase? Check. Missions and explosions? Yep. And now we're just flying together in the sky, heading to a giant fan. I swear, if they come back here, I'm going to be so jealous. Always the bride's best archer, never the archer bride.
Enough! Silence! I can't take this shit no more.
Silence!
One more thing. I just want to bring up how the writer for that comic was so delusional that someone for a fan letter, she actually thought a troll post was a genuine.
I think a certain comics board sent a fan letter to Marvel. It's the one that mentions the room.
Okay, so it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
Which one is it? This one, this Dear Gabby one. Is it this one, Kino? Dear Gabby.
I can read it.
Okay.
Dear Gabby, I just want to express all the joy and entertainment that America has brought me these past many months. Every time I see it online, I get excited and feel so many different emotions fill me up. The art, the writing, the original yet familiar characters, they all bring out so much for me and many others online and in real life. I can't help but laugh at every other thing this comic brings to me. Sometimes I'm left beyond belief what I've seen printed. I promise you, as soon as trade comes out for this, it will be my recommendation to the comic book reading club I am part of. Many of the members are fans of The Room, so I'm sure they will go for it. Hopefully, your comics get the love and ratings they deserve. Sincerely, Co.
CO.
That's pretty funny.
For those of you that don't know, that's the comics board on 4chan.
Yes! High fives and hugs to everyone in your comic book reading club. Best and biggest hugs for you, of course. Who is this? Fucking Bailey? If you're a hugger, it's totally cool to not be. And I totally get the feeling of being swept away by a story, poem, any creative work. It's the best, and I'm so hyped that you experience enjoying it. Who wrote this? Fucking Bailey?
Wait. Underneath that one, the ending one, that's really funny.
Hey guys, I love America Chavez so much. I've been a huge fan since I first saw the Young Avengers. Seeing a girl of color portraying an America character with such strength and an I can beat you up all day if I want attitude was so crazy. And since then, I've had a huge crush on her. Well, it's weird considering she's kind of a comic book character and a lesbian.
Awkward.
Now she has her own comic, and I'm wondering how things can get any better. I'm really enjoying the scenes, the emotions, the characters, everything. The art is fantastic, and the dialogue is amazing too. Literally, this one, if not the best comic stories I've ever read in a while. Thanks for the awesomeness. A huge American Chavez fan, Joshua Williams. Yes, tell America to follow me on Beam Chat. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, bullshit, nigga. Get the hell out of here.
Joshua, I love the structure of this entire letter. I can feel bouncing with good feels in every word. Listen first. It's totally weird in the best way and hella perfect to have a crush on a lesbian comic book character. Everyone should try it, I think. And I mean, I kind of have a crush on Storm and Magdalena, whoever the fuck that is. So there's that. Your letter in this comic and everything we're doing right now is all about America Chavez. We're going to keep doing our very best to bring you non-stop America portal punching, epic games, and dreamy love stories. And lots of one-liners.
Oh my god.
What a piece of shit.
So yeah, that is if you hate that, then you just hate all gay characters, all possible gay stories. Not the fact that it's horribly written, not the fact that it's not engaging, it looks visually atrocious. No, you just hate gay characters.
That's what they want. Quick question: was at any point in that fucking comic was there a point where she was like punching a fucking robber or something?
I don't know.
You just want those stereotypical old stories, man.
At one point, she punched Hitler.
Yeah, she did it. What? Yeah, she traveled back in time and punched him before Captain America could.
You know, I'd like to punch whichever one of her moms had the balls in the balls, so that they don't have her.
It's the panel for it is actually really funny because Captain America introduces himself as Captain America, and she just goes, "Did you say Hitler?"
She must have read that other comic where he's like, "Hail Hydra."
Yeah. Anthony, I think, labeled Eric July a grifter. Yes, he did. The comic is so bad the people don't want to pirate it. Yes.
That's always the worst when you can't even find an illegal copy. It's like, damn.
Ant hasn't recovered from getting exposed, helping Otterly Noah plagiarize. Exactly. Also, hail, Lore Master Chris. There's no bad tactics, only bad targets.
Lore Master Chris always fighting the good fight on X.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Razor X wants all comics to be gay. Also, hail stuff, you know. Lore Master Chris, if you want to join, we still have a seat open. Anyways, let's get back to shit here, brothers.
Thanks to this shit, I'm gonna get back into manga now.
Yeah.
Get back into my manga.
Just manga in general.
50s. Back in the 40s.
I've been wanting to read.
Hold up! Wait a minute. He's mentioning the 50s now. Let's see what he says now.
50s. Back in the 40s and 50s, the Hays Code prevented gay people from even appearing in film, much less comics. Now, comics for a while were a much less
Yeah, because it was a different time period back then.
Was it the Hays Code that
if you
also?
came out as gay, you would get fucking stoned.
Was it the Hays Code that also prevented a lot of straight romance, where it had like you had to sleep in twin beds, you had to it was like
you
a lot
had to
of
sleep in separate beds.
It's
Yeah,
more of a general like no sexual shit. It's kind of like the don't say gay bill. That's really just like don't teach anything sexual below a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony Gramuglia accused Cy Scribbles of being a fake lesbian. Oh shit, did that actually happen, Zio Gold?
Again, man, it was a different time period of like just for what it is now. If you came out as gay back in the 40s, 50s, hell, even in the 80s, you'll get your fucking ass beat.
Yeah.
Well, of course, they're not gonna be
depending on area dependent, but yeah.
Anthony, we all know you're gay, for fuck's sake. Just
it's area dependent, but still, like.
Let's hear out what his argument is.
All right.
In film, there was no Hays Code, but there would be a code very soon, thanks in part to the publication of a book.
Comic books are an important contributing factor in many cases of juvenile delinquency.
Oh, yes. Frederick Werther wrote his book, Seduction of the Innocent, which was just a scare book for parents about how comic books, superhero comics of all sorts, well, horror comics, any comics, were destroying children's brains, teaching them bad values.
Oh, yes, because gay comics are not destroying the children's brain, whatever.
Yeah.
Them all kinds of horrors. And at the time, horror comics were going for bigger and bigger shock value. So,
Home Depot.
Yeah.
Dad's place.
Let me catch up on chat here. Razor X is obsessed with LGBTQ people. What the fuck is he hiding? That's a very good question, stuff, But, did you know about this fucking OC dinosaur Razor X created called the Phantasmosaurus Rex?
I've heard of him. I made a response video to him back in the day. But
Yeah, I know, but Razor Rex made his own dinosaur called the Phantasmosaurus Rex.
What?
That's basically it's like the skeleton of a dinosaur. It's glowing green, so it's kind of like a ghost, right? It's the ghost of a dinosaur that kills white people to avenge the stolen land of the Native Americans.
What the Well, what Native Americans? Which tribe?
The Native Americans. That's just
all
good
of them.
enough.
Oh yes, they're all the
All of
same.
them.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
The same, yeah.
The Laka Waka, whatever they call themselves.
Ooh, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. I'm not sure who Anthony is. Well, I'm not surprised he looks like that. Stuff, he is my arch nemesis.
Hey, get them Indians, the feather kind, not the dark kind. You know what I'm saying?
If you were to show Ant Blazing Saddles today, he would not be happy about that.
Nah.
No, he wouldn't.
No cap. Last month, Anthony Gramuglia went on social media and said that Cy Scribbles wasn't really a lesbian. Well, fuck. Manga just honestly has more engaging characters and stories compared to modern comics. Well,
that's a big swath that you're talking about on both ends. Because I always hate this whenever people do anime and they just categorize it in one broad category. It's like, well, yeah, there's good anime and bad anime. It's like all Japanese animation can't really be summed up in one thing.
Yeah.
Also, John, to answer your question about which manga I want to start reading, I was going to get into Soul Eater, but if you have any recommendations for me, I'm glad to listen.
Obviously, One Piece.
Yeah. EC Comics were based. And why Libs want everything to be political now is beyond me. Because that's all they have going for them.
Let's get back to the rest of the video.
This was before ratings, and there were a number of comics that today I think we would describe as not really G-rated and maybe not so appropriate for children. On the other hand, his rant about how Batman and Robin are clearly doing all sorts of things behind closed doors, and Wonder Woman and her sorority sisters
So Batman
are clearly
is not
doing all sorts of
pedophile,
things.
okay.
Yeah, okay now.
Well, replay that because I didn't hear what she said.
Rant about how Batman and Robin are clearly doing all sorts of things behind closed doors, and Wonder Woman and her sorority sisters are clearly doing all sorts of things behind closed doors, were not really backed up by any evidence at all.
Oh, so just like you guys for every single like a gay reading of a character.
No, because if there's even one possible way to interpret this as gay, that means it is gay without question. How dare you? And you're bigoted if you question it, damn it.
This guy just sounds like the non-woke version of Anthony, if I'm being completely honest. He's just he's making up all sorts of bullshit in his head, and he can't actually justify, but like it's on the other end of the horseshoe where he wants to censor all of it. He sees everything as gay and he wants to censor it, and Anthony sees everything as gay, so he wants to make everything gay.
Yeah.
And he didn't seem able to handle the concept of a woman with female friends and so forth. What? So this campaign actually succeeded. There were lots of comic book burnings. There were lots of parents, throwing the stuff out and forbidding their kids to go anywhere near it.
Among Wortham's several claims was that comic books were turning children gay. Key culprits, Batman and Robin, and Wonder Woman. Those were Wortham's targets very early on. And his arguments may seem silly today, but for the time, to a public unfamiliar with these characters outside of seeing their kids reading them, the arguments were convincing. It should be noted, of course, that Wortham made up almost everything that he said. In a 2012 study,
This is why I don't understand. This is why I don't understand. I understand. Okay, I do understand that you're against this guy because he's homophobic, but he used the same reasoning that you do when giving like putting a gay read on characters.
Yeah.
You come up with like very flimsy evidence to say that someone's gay, and to call them gay.
You know, something that really annoys me about Ant is he always speaks as though he's like just dropping these profound truth bombs when he's just spewing nonsense.
Bro thinks he's a poet, but in actuality, he's just spewing shit out of his mouth.
He thinks he's the main character.
Exactly.
Funny enough, leftists like Jerry Pete want the Hays Code to return. How ironic. Anthony seems like a white boy for Kamala. Exactly. He is stuff, He is.
No. He looks like your stereotypical Ahsoka lover.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah, lest we forget, Anthony was one of the guys who helped spread the fucking myth that the GKA, me, Melvin, and all the rest were just fucking pedophiles. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that non-existent Discord server.
Yes, he did. These straight libs just need to come out of the closet already. The left and the Democrats have become no different than 50s Republicans and the 50s right. Well, hang on a minute, Dinosaurus. I feel like there's a bit more differences there. But I digress. Anyways.
Tilly claimed that, and I'm quoting on this, I have my script right here to make sure I get the quote correct, that Wortham manipulated, overstated, compromised, and fabricated everything in his study. Sample sizes, lying about the information, even lying about the comics. Wortham made it all up. But it didn't matter. The damage was already done. Comic books, in order to avoid being regulated by an outside body like the Hays Code, created their own system of self-regulation, the Comics Code Authority. And among many things, such as making it impossible for Marv Wolfman to say his name in a comic because Wolfmen were apparently banned from comics, LGBTQA people were prevented from ever appearing in any form of media.
And nothing of value was lost.
Yeah, literally. Seriously, and you're making it sound like they was absolutely necessary. They just had to be there. Like the fucking industry would die if they weren't there. Meanwhile, guess what? The industry fucking boomed during the fucking 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the aughties, and then it fucking died in the 2010s.
Well, here's the thing that people like Ant don't seem to understand is nobody's stopping them from putting gay characters in their comics, but don't be surprised if your comic then fails and nobody reads it.
Yeah, well, this just completely invalidates what he was saying before, because if gay audiences or gay consumers were the main audience buying comic books, then why did they keep on selling them? I mean, why did they keep on buying them then?
And by the way, I just want to bring this up in regards to Wortham. So this is from TV Tropes, and I know TV Tropes isn't the most reliable source in the world. I know we've made fun of them before, but this is from them. So here we go. So fans of superhero comics used to frequently blame Wortham and the Comics Code for the near extinction of superhero comics during the interregnum. In reality, superhero comics just fell out of popularity after World War II, long before Wortham and the Comics Code came along. This led to them being largely displaced in the 50s by crime and horror comics, which Wortham and other anti-comics campaigners really hated. Many pop culture historians have argued that the Comics Code actually saved superhero comics from fading into obscurity, since it effectively killed crime and horror comics, allowing superhero stories to reemerge as the comic book industry's dominant genre. Of course, Wortham didn't like superhero comics either, notoriously accusing them of being fascist power fantasies and alleging that heroes' relationships with their kids' sidekicks were pederastic in nature, but their content was generally tame enough that they were at least able to survive the rise of the comic code.
Yeah, so this is another like disingenuous framing from Ant, because this guy was just as much of a progressive leftist as he was. He thought that he was on the right side of history, just like Ant was, in that in what he was advocating for. Only his takes proved to have aged quite terribly, and he's just like framing him as like a random homophobic guy. But reading up on this guy, again, like he was like as far left as you could possibly have for that time. Like
it actually sounds like a lot of modern leftists where they do this like fake pedophilic like try to draw in order to distract from their own shit a lot of times.
Yeah, like, apparently this Wortham guy also was involved in suing Fred Trump, Donald Trump's dad.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know he was also like I do know this about the guy. He was also like anti-segregation in schools. Like he fought to get whites and blacks in the same schools. So yeah.
And now people like Ant want to bring back segregation.
Yeah, thanks, Ant.
Oh, no.
FYI, Razorfist claims that comics were dying in the 90s. That guy will say fucking anything.
I would say that's like around the time when writers were engaging in character assassination for various characters. So it is like it was around that time that gave birth to hack comic book writers.
I would say you could see the seeds being planted. Maybe I don't think it was actually happening back then, as far as them crashing yet. But a lot of times, like the predecessors of certain things are planted before it actually takes effect.
Yeah. I'm back. What I miss? Fucking nothing, Jacob. I just did a post on Razor X. Nice. I'll check it out after this. I don't think the crowd that believes there's more than two genders are on the right side of history. That's absolutely not true. But anyways.
Wait. So about like going off this, the only possible evidence Ant would have of saying that comics have a queer or gay history, or have like explicit gay subtext, is relying on a guy who hated gay people so much that he invented bullshit out of thin air, because he wanted all of it banned. Like that's his only evidence.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah,
because afterwards they were explicitly prevented from being gay.
Yeah. So Ant is just talking out of his big, gay, hairy ass.
I'm an ass man. Yeah, I'm an ass man.
Anyways.
On this, of course, with the Hays Code with film, there was something called queer coding, where villains would be more queer than the average manly man heroes. But for comics, no such luck. There was no way to slip through the cracks with the Comics Code Authority. It was extremely strict. And while the Comics Code Authority would loosen up in the 70s onward, thanks to books like Green Arrow and Green Lantern and Amazing Spider-Man.
That book fucking sucked.
The Comics Code Authority had a lasting impact on representation. Mainstream comics could not afford to embrace a single ounce of queerness.
Sounds like they were better off not doing that. Yeah, like I said, Dinosaurs, that horror comics were really affected in the 50s.
Ant just doesn't seem like he enjoys comic books to me.
Yeah.
All he gives a fuck about are it's just like this vague.
Are the characters
queerness.
gay? Yes or no? That's all he cares about.
Just this vague queerness. He doesn't care about any of the stories, unless he could find a way to give a political spin to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's acting as though it's this big loss when no, it thrived without them.
Uh-huh.
Like there's still boundless ways to express themselves and be creative.
Well, you'll notice that the people who hate comic books are usually the people who start spouting nonsense about fascist power fantasies.
Yeah.
Don't mean anymore. Like, how is Batman a fascist power fantasy?
How dare you, sir? He's rich.
Zeo Gold says, I like the individual characters, Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Yeah, Zeo Gold, like, those two guys, they're fine on their own. Like, their books, they're fine. But that fucking run by Danny O'Neill, where, like, they were, like, a buddy duo, that fucking sucked.
Fucking sucks.
It did, yeah.
And the comic book creators themselves decided to police themselves before some outside source policed them. So they created the Comics Code, and the tying up of people in Wonder Woman was down to nearly zero. Catwoman, I forget the order of this, both vanished for quite a while and got a bump on the head and revealed that she was actually an airline stewardess, and really, really is appalled that she was doing all this stuff with the catsuit and the whip, because that's so not her. She's a nice girl and she's going home and retiring. Batman and Robin got girlfriends.
So actually, what's funny about one of those girlfriends is specifically, I believe one of them is Batwoman, who...
Different Batwoman.
Yep. Different continuity.
1950s Batwoman, Kathy Kane, was okay. I mean, they made a female counterpart for Batman who's supposed to be able to keep up with him, and she's a circus performer. And as I said, this is the days when they are censoring and policing like mad, so she is buttoned up to her chin, literally, and, no skin showing, and she's got cool gadgets like a purse with, knockout perfume and stuff like that. Okay, fine, sure. But she and her niece, Bat-Girl, this is before Barbara Gordon, this is a different Batgirl, spent all their time desperately hounding Batman and Robin into dating, marriage, etc. There's compensating and there's wow. So the both characters were quickly lost to time because they were noticeably unpopular. However, part of the funny punchline that you may be aiming for is that Kate Kane, who is a lesbian, one of the few cool breakout characters who is lesbian. She is Jewish. She is Batman's cousin. She is an ex-soldier who quit under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And as Kate Kane, she is somewhat slightly modeled after, reimagined, rebooted from Kathy Kane, but very different and definitely not interested in Batman.
I'd hope not with the cousin thing.
Batwoman Elegy is just gorgeous. The way they did the art as it's flowing through musical notes and stuff was just very creatively put together.
I mean,
I guess we're just putting the entire premise of the video.
Yeah,
on pause,
I guess we're just advertising this fucking comic now. Also, this art looks like shit.
Those faces look demonic.
That'd be horrible, yeah.
Yeah, they look like they look like they look like the fucking mannequins from Shin Megami Tensei, like Nocturne. Yeah,
they look like zombies.
So being rich makes you evil. Yes, Jacob, that's what they think. All leftists care about are their views. That's why they say all entertainment is political. They can't stand that someone who has different views than them, they like the same things they like. Exactly. If Ant was based, he would tell her, listen, lady, when the milk becomes stale, your intelligence goes pale. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Oh God!
I also like how she and Ant criticized the original Kathy Kane as being just blatant, just being non-characters, just overcompensating for what the writers wanted. What the fuck is Tim Drake's love interest? What the fuck is John Kent's love interest? They were just created to force this idea that they're gay now.
Yeah.
We're gay now. They're gay now.
Iceman's gay love interest. Do you know anything about him?
I don't even know his fucking name.
No, you don't.
I don't even know his name.
Exactly. He's not a character. He's simply it's just this plot device to further this idea that he's gay. This retcon that he's gay.
Yeah.
This is kind of like whenever there's like one example, like Nami being a lesbian, and they'll bring up like that one panel, and it's like you can tell that it's somebody who's never read any further into the subject or shit, and it's just like, oh well, there was this one panel, I saw it on X. It's just like they're just parroting. It's just we're all gonna say the same exact thing because none of us are actually interested in this thing. We're just here to parrot the one point.
Yeah.
This is going to be the plot for the new Arkham game. You're going to be playing as this bitch, and you're going to be dancing around in fucking Penguin's fucking club, and Penguin's going to be some fat fucking dyke.
Yeah, woo! Anyways, leftists brag about invading hobbies like comics, Star Trek, and Warhammer 40k, and doing things to drive fans out of the hobbies. Also, hi, Alex. So she's a fan of Robin trying to sleep with Batman, apparently. Kate Kane isn't even the first Batwoman, exactly.
Robin, who is a minor whenever Batman takes him under his wings. That's pretty fucking sick.
And why does she look like Aunt Gladys? I don't know. X-Men fans hate what leftists did to Iceman. Exactly. And
He looks like that one bitch that you were talking about in the beginning, Backseater.
Who?
That Kelly Sue fucking...
Kelly Sue Nakai, oh my god, it does! Yeah,
so did these two scissor to make the Joker? Because in that last image on the right, the one has the Joker's smile.
Yeah.
And the other one has the red hair.
Yeah.
I know Joker has green hair, but whatever. It's a fucking clown.
Let's get back to it. Be recommended as we find out about her deep-seated issues and family problems and so on and so forth. And she also got one season of a TV show, and then Batwoman was recast with a different actress who had a different backstory, but so it goes.
Because like when I was growing up, like I really honestly didn't feel like I could see myself.
Oh, boo!
In things I was reading. There were characters I left.
I feel like
buddy, I don't give a fuck whether you feel seen or not.
Talk about first world problems.
That is not my concern with a story.
Wait, is he saying that like a middle-aged man with a mustache is going to appear in this comic? Because that's the way he would see himself, with glasses as well.
Yeah, I mean, like how many big names?
Okay, like it's just, again, like if he is not going to be concerned with representing me, a straight white guy, why should I give a fuck whether? Why should my priority be whether he sufficiently feels represented?
Yeah, well, it's all about the feels, Kino.
And quite frankly, you can always... The thing is, this is like, again, an actual grift where it's like, I'm going to keep subdividing because I always want to be the first. I always want to be the trailblazer because I cannot live on my quality alone. So how am I going to promote my book? Well, I'll just say I represented this group that wasn't represented before, and so now I don't have to make it good. I fulfilled I trailblazed, and so it's like, okay, now like, and you can always subdivide, you can always make up something new at that point. So it's like, oh, well, now you've had a gay character, but we've never had a gay, Hungarian character. And so it's really important to see the first of those.
We've never had a gay left-handed knitter of wool socks for people with size 11 feet who live above the 50th parallel in a comic book.
Yep.
Yeah.
You always want to be the first of something. So you're just going to keep making up new shit, moving goalposts so that you can seem like the brave soul. Like that. I really like this guy. If he really wanted to see himself, he'd be like, I made the first mustached, glasses-wearing, middle-aged Robin, who's also gay.
If he really wanted to see himself, he'd fucking make a pedophile.
Ooh. Joker is like, Sesame Timbers, Batman! Leftists are sending death threats to Oda for not making Yamato a trans
That is
man.
true. I took a lot of screenshots of those. Whenever he put her in the woman's color spread, they were like, we need to find Oda and kill him.
Yeah.
And like, oh, fuck Oda. He's going to see me at the pearly gates or whatever. It was like all these illusions or just outright stating that they're going to be violent towards him.
Characters are related to, but like none were like explicitly like me. And very few seem to go through the same kind of.
There's never been a bald Robin, so there's still never one like you.
I'm just
revolve around you, Baldy.
Yeah, like, I'm just gonna bro. There are so many like gay stories out there. Like there are decades worth of gay rep out there. I don't know what to. And if your solution to this is just going, let's take straight characters and make them gay. Then I'm sorry. Then I think your kind of representation shouldn't be like it shouldn't be prioritized. Because what you're essentially advocating for is that everyone be turned gay until you're happy, until there is literally a representation everywhere you look.
Yeah,
Well,
Kino, no, guys, they're never going to be happy because if you don't give them what they want, they basically act like this.
Oh my gosh! What cardio? What cardio?
He lost his cap.
He's also got a PlayStation 5 controller on his bed. That's dangerous. You look like Oliver Queen whenever he was on the island and he had that wig on with the longer hair. He's like, look, I'm younger now.
Speaking of which,
look at me with this wig. Now I am 10 years younger.
Joker was like, I kind of like the Zoe arc.
Oh, that's the one where they're on the animal person island.
I know it was pretty accurate, Anasaurus. Anyways,
Backseat was impersonating all the Ahsoka simps that can't accept the fact that she's a terrible character.
Yes.
That was what Chris got heat for recently.
I also think it's very interesting how these guys, their first priority isn't quality, just saying something that lasts.
Just have them be in there.
Just have them be in there. Just set a precedent so other people that essentially ruins the character, so other people will be forced to write them in a sort of way from henceforth.
Well, that's what I mean by they're like shallow narcissistic fans, and you shouldn't try to appeal to them because it's like he's not mentioning anything about the quality of the story or where the character goes, or like it's just like, are they getting fucked in the ass or are they doing traditional sex? Like that's not a character. That's nothing deep. That's just like that's a 2-second thing and then it's gone.
The thing about these writers is they're obsessed with quote unquote heroic identities, but not heroic actions.
Well, and to them, that is their whole identity. It's just like, I'm gay, I'm a gay activist, and so my whole personality is gay. And so it's just like, to them, that is enough. If you make the character gay, they're a good character. And it's just like, more important than all the storytelling that goes on during the entire time. That's why very often their stories suck, because you're hiring people that are super shallow and don't give a shit about actual character or development or arcs.
Look at me, Mom. I tweeted that racism is bad. I'm just as big of a rights advocate as Martin Luther King.
Yeah. They act like when Boogie said, "I'm in tremendous pain." Yeah.
Help me! I'm in so much pain.
Still getting used.
You're a liar! Liar!
I'm still getting used.
Level of scrutiny.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to a guy being a walking castle that could shrink people to fit inside him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Dawn. Yeah.
Anyways.
Seeing in my everyday world. And like particularly seeing that I was a big
Bone Gang
Beige.
Beige. I was trying to think of his name. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I just realized he has a trans flag on his.
I know.
Right there.
Like Marvel's whole thing is it's the world outside your window, and yet it felt like Marvel was never be.
Oh yeah, because having
it's the world. Oh my god, bro! Like I do not.
They get their mileage out of
my
that quote.
standard. My standard for storytelling is not whether it represents you specifically. You need to get out of this like narcissistic headspace. Not everything's about you.
Also, has anyone ever really bought that? Like, oh yeah, Marvel's the world outside your window. Meanwhile, what does Marvel have? Guy with fucking metal claws coming out of his hand. Big blue ape man.
Giant robots that
Giant robots. Yes. Man who manipulates metal. Man who shoots eye beams. Lady who can kill you by touching you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, this guy is just refuting Ant's whole like thesis at the start by saying, actually, comics were always gay. Well, apparently this guy doesn't think so because this is a gay man saying otherwise.
Yeah. I did not see myself, and therefore we had to change things. Oh wait, but they've always been that way.
Yeah.
Where's that rebuttal?
Yeah. Their whole person. Oh, sorry. What? When
I look out my window, I see crackheads and fucking brown people trying to kill white people.
That's got nothing on Backseatville, y'all.
Homeboy, welcome to the hood, brother.
I'm just waiting for the Blue Man Group to see Beast and Mystique and be like, they're like all excited, but they can't verbalize it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's just like me, bro, for real, for real.
Their whole personality is saying, "I'm gonna come," when they're with the same sex. Yeah.
Do you think? Wait, Baxter, show this. What I just share with you in general. Do you think Ant or any of these comic book historians, or self-proclaimed comic book historians, would accept this as evidence?
Leave Cyclops alone, Fred. Jumbo's blood was contaminated, and I'd like to take this empty inhaler we found on him to nose that. Nice work, and if it saves you some time, I could tell you the inhaler probably contained a steroid called hypercortisone D. Keep you in touch, yeah? Hey, and I heard you came out gay. Well done, Henry. He's not gay. Ooh.
So do you think that will be accepted as evidence, or no? Like, it's Scott who answered for him.
Well, that time it meant happy. Whenever they say it's not gay, that means that they're referring to it in the more traditional sense of gay apparel and such.
Yeah. Marvel is doing a crossover with Godzilla. They've already done that. Am I the only one waiting for the guy with the trans flag in the background to say zoom, 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 zoom?
What?
I don't get it. What's is that a joke, Zero Gold? What?
You know, it's actually a good example though that he has like the Storm or the X-Men picture including Storm, because like I never thought like back in like 2000 when the first X-Men movie came out, or even the fucking 90s cartoon whenever I was watching, I wasn't like, oh look, it's a black woman. It was just like, oh, cool character, has cool powers.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about you, John, is you're not constantly looking through the world through this like color lens like these people, where you segregate all these people into these little classes. Like you're the black person and you're the gay person.
I thought she was cooler than Beast, who was fucking white whenever he was in human form. So like, you know, you can actually like people more even if they don't look more like you. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's Queen Funk from One Piece. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, I can't.
We try to get back and we get a fucking ad. And another ad!
To be fair, I would rather watch the World Cup than watch this.
And
Yeah.
I would rather watch ads than watch this.
Yes!
We still have an hour left.
That today from the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta, topping the list of likely victims are male homosexuals who have many partners and drug users who inject themselves with needles.
This goes against Marvel's mission, however, in the 60s, where they aimed to create a counter to DC's more idealized world. Marvel aimed to create a world that looked just like the city outside your window, that looked just like the world that you live in. And that meant including
Getting his mileage out of that one, huh?
Yeah.
Who comics up until that point had neglected to feature. Now, the 60s and 70s saw great strides in racial diversity in comics. Black Panther, Jon Stewart, Luke Cage, even Blade to a lesser extent. There were many missteps, of course, but there were many achievements made as well. One comic saw Lois Lane, for example, take the form of a black woman in order to understand how racism pervaded society in a way that you would never see.
I mean, she looks pretty sexy still, so she's not going to get discriminated against too much.
Yeah.
You get that jungle fever going to counteract the racism.
I bet you Ant had a meltdown when he heard the AIDS burger song from South Park, probably. Gambit, Wolverine, and Forge are not black, and I like them. Exactly.
Yeah.
I got what Kino?
Yeah, remember when Superman changed his race to being Asian and that one?
Yeah. Yeah, Superman. Yeah, but that's kind of hypocritical because remember, Superman wants you to buy a war bond so he can slap a jab.
I'm just remembering whenever fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged the one professor from GX, he's like, "Hello, I'm very Asian." I am still Asian. Like, that's all he ever said.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, John.
Oh god, in the Bonds Beyond Time movie Abridged, it was so fucking funny.
I like Godzilla because he's got cool powers and a good character, not who he shares.
What, you don't personally relate to the giant lizard?
Yeah, what the fuck, dinosaurs?
Yeah, like, but like the problem with Ant here is that the problem with Ant is that his problem is that this only lasted 24 hours. He wanted it to be a forever change, and he doesn't say this. He doesn't have the same energy towards race swaps in any other context.
Yeah. What about the Punisher became black in a comic? Yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't just like an explosion that like got soot on his face, and he's like, "People are looking at me differently, Red."
Yeah.
Otherwise, well, that comic is now a little iffy. For the time, that was a big stride in representation.
You're a big.
It wasn't
stride.
the end, and it wasn't the start, but it was a good stride forward. But
Okay. Well, and doesn't that kind of disprove the idea of the only path forward for progressivism is a straight line, a straight arrow? You kind of make missteps along the way, and you can make missteps now today.
What if you're making a misstep with this video? And
just because you can make fictional characters gay when they like who were originally straight gay. That's not exactly the right direction.
Yeah, who's to say that from 10 years from now, all of this Ant will, or the next generation Ant will say something like, "Oh, it was a pretty iffy comic, but it did make good strides in representation." Am I right, next generation Ant?
Well, Backseat, I could never do anything wrong because I live in current day and we have all progressed past any sort of problems that could perhaps exist in these past times. Because I don't know if you saw, but I have 4 experts, including a librarian and 3 people who haven't sold shit. One person who just buys a bunch of shit. So we're a pretty expert panel here. I don't know. It's like an all-star.
Yeah, great shit. I always wondered why you didn't see raw yellow or Slifer red girl students. They're generics. No one cares about them. I don't want to know what Ant thinks of the Punisher. Probably hates him. I know he made a Punisher video once upon a time, but he probably
wants the Punisher to get the fucking One Piece 4 Kids dub treatment where he turns all of his guns into squirter guns.
Ant seems like the kind of person that would get upset about Punisher having guns, but be perfectly okay with him having knives.
Yeah. Also,
Well,
hi, Alex.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Either he would turn all the guns into like squirt guns, or he would turn them all into like walkie-talkies. He'd be like in favor of the censoring of that.
Yeah, or even worse, he could be like, "Don't move, criminal scum, or I'll shoot you with my invisible gun."
Oh yeah, you just have him pointing at people.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that in E.T. where they like CGI'd out the guns and with walkie-talkies?
Yeah, so the E.T. was the walkie-talkies that I was referencing, and then the other two were from anime dubs. So the One Piece, the initial 4Kids dub, they had all the guns like replaced with like squirt guns.
Yeah.
And they had several other censorships like Sanji's cigarette
Lollipop,
being a
you know,
lollipop,
yeah.
And then like in the Yu-Gi-Oh, the initial dub, and actually still the available one, the guards would point their guns at people. They'd be like, "Hey, Seto Kaiba, stop. Don't jump out that window or we'll shoot you." Well, and then in the dub, they colored over the animation so that they were just pointing their fingers at him. And they were like, "Hey, stop there."
Yeah.
So it was like, "We'll shoot you with our invisible guns," was the abridged series joke, because it just looked like they were holding invisible guns and pointing at
Yeah.
going bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. At least this ant can grow facial hair. Yeah, but the nose is too small to be next gen ant.
Damn it.
They had to CGI the guns in E.T. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they did reverse that one at least. There was still enough backlash whenever that came out that it was like, all right, well, fuck off here.
Yeah.
It
Anyways.
was embraced. Queer diversity was not. At least, not in mainstream comics.
In the UK, we'd have these things called like Essential X-Men, which would collect like 3 or 4 issues of X-Men into one book, almost like a mini graphic novel, which came out every month.
£199 sterling. That's a cheap one.
As you can imagine, like those things might either I was getting random American issues at a time, or if you imagine like a title like Essential X-Men, obviously they're only reprinting essential stories. So a lot of the stories which were out there, which did include the few queer characters that there were, such as like the big North Star coming out issue of Alpha Flight, I didn't know that existed. It was just not there. So for me, I genuinely was coming up reading, feeling like it's great that I have the mutant analogy because it's a nice analogy for being queer. So as a teenager coming to terms with my own identity, it did feel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good, but it's not good enough, is basically what he's getting at now.
It's not up to my interpretation, which isn't good enough.
Yeah. At least the 90s Spider-Man cartoon made Punisher's guns laser guns. Yeah, arguably, that's even more badass. Coming from the same guy that refused to subtitle in the West Side Story remake. Yeah.
Yeah, like, buddy, I don't know what to tell you, but like North Star is a cool character, but he's at the end of the day a supporting character. He is not essential at all.
He can't even anchor his own book, for fuck's sake. Yeah.
You can't say that.
I mean, it's true. It's true. It's like what can he even do on his lonesome? Honestly, Jerry P thinks that the 4Kids dub was the best thing to happen to anime because he thinks it removed the stuff only pervs like from anime. Yeah, well, he's an idiot.
Most of it wasn't even to do with perviness. It was just like violence shit.
Yeah. 4Kids unfortunately still lives on in season 3 of One Punch Man. I don't get it.
Did they dub
Low
that?
quality, low quality.
Yeah, I think they changed, or they also changed some of the animation. Like they changed some outfits and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. How much more of this video do we have? Like an hour?
Fucking hell! About 50 minutes. We're not gonna make it to the end of this, y'all.
Well, let's just let's go through as much as we can.
Right.
The old college try.
Like I'm getting something, but I didn't feel like there was anyone like me on the page.
Maybe you should consider not viewing it through a gay lens.
Yeah.
Primarily.
Maybe you
look
should
for another lens.
Maybe you should consider like developing a personality for yourself, and also lose some weight, you fat fuck.
He's also approaching this. He's also approaching this as though every story has romance in it.
Yeah.
If there's a lack of romance in the story where a character is not expressing their sexuality unprompted, do you view that as a problem inherently?
He's fat.
Anyways,
kind of how it affected what I want to do. in my own work is like always including. But
yeah, you're destined to
but
fail.
not straight people, but not people who are straight.
Yeah. All right, that was the end of that section. Do we want to stop right here? Do we want to go to the next?
I probably have to go. If you guys want to continue, that's up to you.
No, I'm
just
good.
waiting
I've
for him
seen
to.
enough.
I'm just waiting for him to make a point.
How far did we make it? About a third?
Yeah, about a third.
Okay, we made more progress than I thought. I think we were heavy on the start, and so then we started to make some more progress as it went on. Because like the first 4 minutes, I feel like probably took up an hour, and then we started to blaze through it a little faster. Backseater, I would suggest for the subsequent parts we can go 1.25 times or something.
All right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. Y'all fine with that? I'm about done with this fucking video.
Yeah, like I said, I got to split anyway, so that works.
I guess closing thoughts on.
Yeah, I got one. Ant, you're a fag. There we go. Short and simple to the point. Kino.
I would just say, Ant, you completely misrepresented the opposition to retconning characters into being gay as them hating gay characters in general and wanting to censor them when that's not true at all. It's all about it's a long-standing criticism of the industry, of the comic book industry, where they don't hire competent writers to write their these popular characters consistently. They need to understand that the consumers aren't coming for the writers; they're coming for the characters.
And to add on to your point, Kino, about consistency, as I always say, continuity is the name of the game nowadays.
Yeah, listen, like I am just as annoyed at MJ, Mary Jane being mischaracterized as Iceman being mischaracterized. So you can't say that I'm being homophobic when I just want consistency.
Yeah, John, final thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like we covered most of it. It really does come back to, though, just like you don't need characters to be exactly like you. Like that guy is always going to find a problem. A character can always be more specifically like you. And so the thing is, if the fight ever ends, they wouldn't have anything left to do with their lives. So they have to keep the fight going forever. So they will always subdivide more. And
they will always go ahead.
Oh, just basically like this is how they make their living and this is how they define their personality. And so it's always going to subdivide, and you'll notice it's a very easy tell, and it's become very prevalent, pronouns in bio, but also just like if all the sexuality and all that shit and your race and everything is like the first thing in your bio and shit, that kind of is a big red flag to me, that it's just like, oh, this is your whole personality. It's just you're going to advocate for your little immutable qualities.
Yes, like when they made Iceman gay, how did that improve the character? Did that make people want to buy his own standalone issues? No. Like he doesn't, like they were immediately canceled. When they did that for John Kent, did that make them want to buy his issues? No. They hated that decision to this day, to the point, and no, they hated it so much that they brought back John Kent as a child to make it his own separate character, because people cannot stand that version of the character. The grown-up version.
I'll like, not even be self-sacrificial because nobody would ever do this. But it's like if somebody was just like, "Hey, Batman, we made him straight, ginger, who's like into anime now, and so we're catering to you, John." I'd just be like, "It's fucking weird. That doesn't seem like his character at all." I wouldn't be like excited. I'd be like, "Oh, I can see myself now." I'd be like, "What the fuck did you do to Batman? What's wrong with you?" Like,
Angel.
Darth Angel could probably speak more to that.
I don't really have anything profound to say like I usually do, so I'm just gonna end it with this. And you're a fucking tourist, bro. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about in anything you say.
Nah.
Your videos are pointless. Your life is pointless. Your marriage is fake. And please, for the love of Christ, get off the internet.
Ooh, going below the belt.
Killed him all.
Lore Master Chris, final thoughts?
I'm just gonna say I'm still waiting for the comic book starring a white guy who's autistic. That way I can see myself.
Yeah.
Well, Mahler did make Saints and Sinners, or at least one chapter of it. So there you go.
Yeah, Briscoe. Final. Also, as Chris, there is Parse, but sadly she's fucking Aboriginal Australian. Briscoe. Final thoughts on the video?
I'm basically just gonna agree with your final thoughts.
Yep. Why not? Alex, final thoughts?
Well, it's kind of hard to get that upset anymore at what Ant says, because like this video, it just repeats a lot of the problems that his other videos usually have.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of barking up, like it's preaching to the choir. Like it's kind of hard to be that upset when he, completely goes against the point that he was trying to argue at the beginning, and has large sections of his video that are completely irrelevant to the point he's trying to make. Like you can only see that so many times before you just stop caring.
Are you saying Ant has wasted time in his video? No,
I'm not gonna let Ant live down getting a goddamn librarian as an authoritative source. Let me finish up the chat here and then we'll split. Jacob says we need a One Punch Man spinoff called One Kick Man. Exactly. Jerry P thinks that 90% of anime ever made is filled with stuff only pervs like. They changed a character who was smoking a cigarette to eating a lollipop in season 3 of One Punch Man. Now to wait for Anthony Garuglia's fans go after Kino Flex. Well, it's dick lickers. If you go after one of us, you go after all of us. So fuck you. And isn't Tony Stark autistic? I don't think he is. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to more videos like this. We'll see you guys next time in the backseat. Take care!